here in Hollywood, California with rapper 7 Days. How you doing today?
What's up? How you doing? Doing all right?
Man, so you're not only a rapper, but you're also a producer. Can you tell me a little bit how you got involved with music?
Just my family, you know what I'm saying? Long time ago, was working with T-Pain, I think. His group, the Nappy Heads, had a big old studio and everything. My stepdad was basically recording their music and making beats for him and stuff like that. And so I saw the whole process going on for years and years and years. And one day I just took a shot at it, started making beats. And after that, it was a wrap.
Definitely. You say T-Pain, like, or does that mean you're from Florida? Or
No, I was down in Florida for 4 years though.
Okay.
I'm from Ohio though, Toledo, Ohio.
Okay.
419.
Definitely. What was it like growing up in Ohio?
Fucked up.
What was fucked up about it?
It's a small city. Everybody know everybody. There's just a lot of violence, a lot of drugs. It's not really a lot of stuff to do. You gotta like go out of town, you feel me? But it's bigger than what people think. So it's a city, real active city.
For sure. And you talked about like your dad being involved in music. Like, who were some of your earlier musical influences?
Pastor Troy, 3 6 Mafia, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Snoop, No Limit. Yeah.
Definitely. What did you take from those groups? What are the things that you liked about them?
They all stood out from the rest. They were set apart from the rest. They didn't blend in with the industry. They was like, the industry was here, they was way over here. And then they made us come to them.
Man, you talk about originality, I guess. So like in today's musical landscape, it's a lot of artists and stuff and everything that are pretty similar. I think that's a complaint that you hear a lot. What do you feel about the landscape of music today, and so many artists pretty much doing the same thing?
I'm not gonna really sit up and be the one to bash what nobody else is doing, because trends make checks. So shout out to everybody doing their thing. I'm not on that, but I'm set apart. I'm in a whole nother lane, and I take it very seriously.
Definitely. What separates you from other artists? What's different about you?
Because I'm not trying to be like the rest. I make gospel music, first of all. That's not the most popular among. Put it like this. See, I don't make gospel music that y'all used to hearing in church. I make gospel music from where I'm at, and I have a new sound and my own sound. So, I don't know how the church per se or the Christians per se is gonna take it, but I'm getting all good reviews and stuff now, so from both sides. So it's a blessing.
Man, it's amazing. And I think your name is really interesting, 7 Days, because it has a biblical meaning, in the Bible and stuff, that means completeness. Why did you choose that as your stage name?
7 days a week, baby, because 7 days world was created, right? So this is just my theory. It's been 2,000 years since Jesus died on the cross. Before that, it was 4,000 years. That's 6,000 years. We in the 21st century, so we're approaching the 7,000th year. And in the Bible it says, a day in heaven as is into 1,000 years on earth. So think about that for a second. So 7 days, not only am I named, he gave me that name, God gave me that name, but another reason is because I work every day.
Okay.
I work every day for myself, for the kingdom, for you. You know what I'm saying? Every day, 7 days a week. I know a lot of people that can relate to that.
Most definitely. Isn't that though a contradiction to the Bible? Because on the 7th day you rested, right?
Well, it's already a contradiction to the Bible. They go to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's the first day of the week. Everything is set backwards. Like a lot of people don't know. In the evening and the morning was the first day. Night is first. We start our week off Monday. That is the second day of the week.
Definitely. You know, what would be like, you know, if you wanted to introduce people to your music, would be the songs that you would tell them to check out?
The Source. I would say this. There ain't no songs. I just dropped 3 albums this year. Revelations. That's on SoundCloud, Spotify, all of that. Revelations, that's my last secular album before I stepped into this gospel lane. Then there's titled 7 Days, The Last Gospel. That's on YouTube. So just go on my YouTube, join 7 Days, and look up 7 Days, The Last Gospel. Go in the playlist, it's right there. And the 7th Algorithm, that's the most recent one I did. And right now I'm working on the trilogy for this year, Shadows, Volume 1. And it'll be until 3, so we'll complete that this year. So yeah.
You just talked about like, you know, transitioning from secular to making like, you know, Christian music, I guess, or gospel music. Can you talk about like, you know, why you decided to do that, make that move? Like, why did you decide to give up making secular music?
Because I have to be true to truth. I have to be true to truth. As far as, I don't want to make music to corrupt anybody. I may not be a saint. I'm sure y'all know how I'm living, you know, but I'm not gonna promote our children the kind of life that we had to have, you know. I'm not gonna curse in my music and all of that, because if you're an artist, you should have vocabulary, you know. So that's another thing that sets me in a different lane. I don't use no foul language no more,
Right.
you know. And it feels good to be able to have your music played anywhere. To any upcoming artist, your music could get played anywhere. Your views is about to go dumb automatically because there's nothing censoring it, you know.
Definitely, man. Where can people, like, you know, check out your music or find you, follow you on social media?
Right now, Instagram, Join 7 Days. That's JOIN, the number 7, and DAYZ. Same thing on YouTube, Join 7 Days. Yep, you can contact me on Instagram, or you can contact me. You can comment on the videos on YouTube. If y'all listen to it through this interview, shout out my boy, and let me know it was a direct connect, you know.
Most definitely, man. 7 Days. What's next for you in your career?
Shadows, man. Shadows and movies, music. And I ain't talking about movies like being in a movie. I'm gonna make albums that are video short film. That's the next thing to come. After I'm done with Shadows, that's the next thing to come. So be prepared. Don't steal my idea. That's copyrighted. Brand.
Yeah, that is a good idea, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm excited to check it out. You know, what would you say is your biggest challenge, like, you know, being like, you know, an independent artist?
I don't see no challenges, man. I see hurdles that we jump over.
For sure.
You don't stop at a hurdle in the race. You jump over it and keep it rolling.
Definitely. And you produce your own music as well. Like, you know, like, you talk about, like, you know, being multifaceted, wearing different hats.
Yes. I always knew I was going to make beats from when I was a kid. Like, I didn't know how I was going to, but I always knew that. Shout out to Buddha Vibes, man, because that's another producer that I'm working with. And shout out to Duncan 7. That's another producer I'm working with. Shout out to Freak Van. That's another producer I'm working with. LaRon. Shout out all y'all, bro. Much love. And shout out my boy Visage. Shout out Visage, man. Love y'all boys, man. Shout out Ian, too. Ian Beats. I love y'all, bro. So with the help of them guys and me, you know, putting my thing on it, man, that's how everything's been getting created, coming from my way.
Definitely, man. And shout out to Just Jelani for connecting us. You know, is there anybody you want to work with that you haven't? Like, you know,
Kanye, man. Y'all better tell Kanye to come find me, bro. Tell him to come find me. I'm in the trenches for real. Hollywood.
Definitely. What do you like about Kanye? You know, he's kind of a controversial figure in hip hop, you know, because some of his past statements.
I'm him on steroids.
Okay,
So,
what's that mean? Like, you know what I mean? You think you say controversial things in your music, or?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm not afraid to stand out and be myself. He's not afraid to be himself. He's not trying to be, he never has tried to follow suit to nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's like me. I'm not following suit. I'm in Hollywood too, the devil's playground. And I'm gonna be the light right here. I'm gonna be the light right here. I'm here for a reason, in the real trenches. Yeah, this ain't the real trenches ghetto. This the real evil. And I'm right here, the light in it. So y'all look out for me. I'm right here on Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood Boulevard. Come tap in with the king, you feel me?
Definitely 7 days, man. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. And big ups to your platform. I appreciate what you're doing, man. God bless you. Peace and blessings.
Definitely, man. Much respect.